I called the meeting to order at 4:04 p.m. on April 16th, 2025. Roll call, John Williams present.
Amber Eddy present.
Item number 3, approved minutes and purchase orders. I make the motion that we'll approve minutes and purchase orders.
I second that. There's not any, but I second that.
Well, you have all of them, don't you? What'd you just say?
Purchase orders
There's
are,
no minutes or purchase orders.
the purchase orders are on here. I didn't put minutes in there because I ran out of time, but
And also, I might add, I gotta help myself, all agenda items are subject to discussion, consideration, possible action, including but not limited to approval, denial, amendment, revision of conditional approval in whole or in part of. Sorry about that. And you second that?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 4, police report given by Chief Smith. You got something?
I do, sir. For some reason, the 31st didn't print off, didn't add in there, so really it's a little over 180 hours for the week, or excuse me, the month. I responded to 9 calls, took 1 report. Did have 1 agency assist that didn't show up either. 42 stops, 37 citations, and 13 warnings. We have the Tahoe in the shop right now, getting brought up to speed on radar and other things that need to be put in there. One thing we have coming to us is we have a speed trailer that's going to be shipped here, should be here next week. It is a trailer that will sit alone and it will just tell people how fast they're going. So, some things that we're doing.
And we got it worth the money. Normally they're $7,000 to $8,000.
Yep.
Got it way cheap, so. You said, Mark, traffic stops you had 42.
Yes, sir.
This says 41.
Yes, sir. The
Okay.
31st didn't show up. For
Oh, okay, all right, that's what you were saying, okay. 42, and then you said on citation you had 37.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else we need to know?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, item number 5. Dylan, correct?
Yes, sir.
Without looking at your card, I try to remember now.
That's all right.
Me and Mark Anderson, the water superintendent, we did look over your stuff. Where your location is at. Now, I've done talked to Mark, I want to talk to you. You're north of the swamp on Lake Road.
Yes.
Out here it's full way, you turn north.
Yeah.
How far north are you there?
From,
Is it where they just drilled the last well?
yes, we're tying into the existing line and existing infrastructure. there.
Okay,
Going north out of city limit town.
you're going north,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Because
We just have
that,
to cross that lease road, that's why we want, or what technically looks like a county road, but
right.
we just want
See, that's actually a dead section. If you go out 2 miles north and was to go west, there's a bridge that go plumb through.
to, gotcha.
But me and Mark discussed it and we see no problem with that because you're a pipeline guy. You're gonna call Loki. We don't have nothing out that far to affect us as far as the municipality. So All you will need to do is get with Gracie or Tyler, or,
Actually, the permit has to be voted on.
well, right.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a vote of it.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, it's not gonna affect the inside city limits or water lines or sewer lines or anything like that. I need to let these people know here that they're our citizens, so.
Understood.
Do you know where I'm talking about out north of the swamp? Out by the old Anderson farm?
The rig that just came down?
Did the rig just come down?
I'm not too sure on the rig schedule, but, what I can do is.
Like going back Moore's place where it goes back
I
in?
know where the rig that just came down was.
It's the Macklemore's on the north side, and then you've got 3 sisters that just inherited it from their dad.
I just wanted you to know where it was at.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Do you see any problem? Me and Mark Anderson is doing our research on it, so. And I think Gary's
The
got
pink is the
Grace
town
got some
limits.
maps that I know where it's at.
Okay, you got it.
I think
So,
I make a motion that we approve Bicentennial pipeline permit.
I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Do you have anything else you need to let us know as far as that pipeline? Because you're still, what I'm saying is, I don't know, you're going north, but you'll be born the river and keep going north. And,
6 to 8 inch line.
Yeah.
36 to 48 inch depth, minus where they have to bore up
Right.
under the reservoir. Looking 1st of May, depending on weather permitting. With the last few weeks being wet, they might not get out there,
right.
but they're scheduled to get going beginning.
Now, is it a gas line? Or
This is water,
Oh,
Bison's water.
I know y'all laid gas in the past, I know you've laid water, so it is a water
It is a
line.
water line, yeah, produced water line.
Alrighty then, these girls will get you fixed up on a permit,
Perfect.
and, correct me if I'm wrong, that's, the digging permit.
So he's already done the ditching permit, so he's pretty much, once we fill out that the pipeline, one was approved.
But it's the same amount for everybody, and is it still the?
Ditching permit is $25.
Yeah.
And he already did that.
Yeah,
The company.
I was just, I hadn't talked to you about it, I was just making sure.
Yeah, Mark made sure I got it to you, last week.
Okay. All right, well, if you don't have no more, I mean, you're welcome to stay, or you can,
Okay.
I imagine you got things to do.
Yeah, I mean, I
Then
just
listen to me, Randall.
wanted to be here just in case any other questions.
Gentlemen, I appreciate you coming in. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
This is Aaron.
And thank you.
All right, take care.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Okay, item number 6, I know you got more information on this than I do. Cameras, menus talk. Cameras from Sooner Wireless to put on a building, face the, fire station parking lot, etc.
I put the quote back in there.
Now, this is the same quote that we had
Yes.
last month, correct?
Yes, nothing has changed.
Did you get to look over any of that budget stuff that you wanted to look at, Aaron?
Yeah, I looked at some of it.
Oh, okay. I was looking for a okay. Everybody's got an opinion, this is my opinion. We need to get some cameras up around here. Lots of mischievous stuff going on. Even right outside the city limits besides what's going on inside the city limits. That's just my take on it. We said last month, we was talking about 7, correct? Okay, I'll put it this way, with our idea, we need, with mine, yours, and Mark's idea, we need 2 more or 1 more,
2.
so that would be 9. Correct?
Yes.
You said that in front, correct? One facing that?
Yeah, no, you're right, 9.
Okay.
If
And
you're
then
adding 2,
counting back here,
if you're adding 2, where are you adding 2 at
that trailer.
the, oh, okay. Then that one will go under the second little thing, cause it'll have to be connected to its own internet. So that will change the quote price.
That's gonna, you talked to him, didn't you, about those being on the solar deal?
Yes, but we really didn't talk. We just talked, hey, it'd be on the solar. We didn't talk about anything else really. He said we'd get with it when it came up here.
Okay. Well, then my suggestion would be, we'll hold off on them 2. I don't know if you've thought about it anymore or not. Amber, but I make the motion that we, get these cameras. How do you feel? You done that? Did you have a total there from last month? Cause I don't.
43, 55.
That sounds about right for the, I was thinking it was 42. I meant to bring my stuff from last month and I didn't. So make a note of that on your stuff that we'll, get with Jay and Jeff to see what we need to do when that time comes.
So we're just doing the 7 cameras, it'll be $12.25 to install them and get them up and running. And then after that, it'll be $245 per month, which is $2,940 a year.
2,000 how much?
$2,940 a year for Sooner Wireless to do the upkeep. Because if something breaks down, we won't have to replace it, they will.
Right. And for you citizens too, I don't know if y'all got Sooner, but I personally talked to Jeff. I said, Jay, the tech. I said, I don't know if you've heard. I said, I hear lots of stuff. Lots of citizens call me. A lot of people's been having trouble with the Sooner Wireless. Do y'all have Sooner? I mean, I don't know. You got Sooner? Are you having problems?
I just have it at the office over there.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Well, but Jay was glad I told him that because, you know, we got all this equipment on the water tower, shouldn't be having no problem. So Jay was gonna check into that for us. I said, I don't want the citizens, we got this form, Yeah, you gonna have glitches, sure, with anything, but if we're having problems, I told him we need to get it fixed. So, you said 1225,
As a.
install,
Install, yeah.
and then you said, $245 a month.
And it would be 2,940 a year. Cause it's $35 a month per camera, and if we do 7 cameras, it's $245.
Okay, help me out, I'm not understanding. 1470 would be the, are you doing something I'm not?
It's $2,940 per year for the yearly or the monthly fees for 7 cameras.
Yes.
Plus $12.25 installation fee, which equals $4,165.
Yes.
It was $4,355 if you had the 9 cameras.
Yes.
Okay, well, where's the 1470 coming in at? The 1225 plus 245?
So that's what it would be altogether for a year, and I don't know what
I
you're.
don't know. I don't know, anyway,
That's what it would be.
but
for
it'll
a
be
year.
2940 yearly.
Yes, but that's what it would be, a total cost for the yearly and then installation together.
Okay, that's what
The
I.
question is, do we have $4,165 in the budget? Is the question.
Did you hear her?
Yes.
And the answer is yes.
I mean, I gave y'all what I have, last month. I don't see any problems coming up with it. That's it.
What is the monthly fee paying for?
So it's paying for upkeep, so we won't have to store any of the data, like the recording, for the 30 days that we'll store it. It'll go straight to Super Wireless and they'll store it for us. If anything breaks, that $35 per camera will cover them fixing it. We're basically leasing the equipment,
Okay,
instead of buying it outright.
And it'll go to a cloud.
Yeah,
sure.
so that's basically what it is.
Is it like a monitored system as well?
Yes.
Like if I guess it's not like an alarm, I guess, though.
Yeah, but it's a monitored system. We would have access and, the Sooner Wireless would have access to make sure that the cameras are functioning properly.
Is there a contract on it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Will, you think there will be a contract?
If that's something that they decide, then that is my next step as the clerk to do.
Like a 5-year contract or 2?
Well,
Well, it'll probably be yearly, it'll probably be a yearly lease that we will renew.
me and Jay had talked, and I think Mark Anderson, we had talked about a yearly deal. You know, we might not like it.
Yeah.
And I told Jay we might not like it. I mean,
And Jeff's recommendation when I talked to him was that we do a yearly, after we get it all set up, we do a yearly lease.
The only reason I asked that is we previously, the town of Alec previously had a federal grant with Hillary Communications to string wire here. And I think that fell through there. However, there is another federal grant that was taken over. It'd be great if it would come to town. I don't know. Last time I talked to Jay, that's the reason they bought that truck that's at to string overhead wire through town. But
and who was this with?
the grant, we had, Hillary had it,
Hillary. Yeah,
and it fell through.
yeah.
because they didn't string any wire, and I think sooner, Jay thought sooner was gonna get the overhead lines in town, but there has since been another federal grant issued for Grady County. Are you? No?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll ever come through, and it could be, 10 years out, but that's one reason.
Yeah, I hadn't heard nothing about the federal grant, but that's helpful info. What's your thoughts?
I just wanna see if the money's there in the budget. And I'm just guessing that we have the money to pay for it. I can't see that we have it, because I don't have the paperwork.
Well, I know she showed me, what was it, last week, in general and AMA, and we was doing good.
Well, still, that's not the same as seeing
Well,
the
I
numbers.
totally get that.
I trust you, but
No, I don't want you to trust me. I want you to see it, but we talked about this last month, and here we are a month, and we've got to purchase some things, and,
when it goes back to the monthly summaries of the money that's going in and out, I'm not seeing that, so I don't really know exactly where we stand on a month-to-month basis. I mean, I don't know.
well, and I remember us talking about the, monthly summary.
I haven't seen that
Did you
in a
have
while.
any kind of monthly summary of our,
Basically
budget?
just,
The spreadsheets, no.
yeah, it's basically just the script Excel
Yeah.
sheets that show the balance of the different accounts and things like that.
I will get those together for
Not
next
really
month.
opposed to it, I just would like to see that there's money where we're spending money.
And any time that you or the other board member wants to look at what she shows me, you can look at it. So, you wanna table this, or?
I'm gonna say yes, because I can't see that we have the money to pay for it.
Okay. Okay, can you contact, do you want, Mark Smith, Mark Anderson, one to contact Jay and Jeff and tell them that we're gonna table this until, what is this, April? May's meeting?
That's fine.
Can y'all do that?
So, Amber, can you make a motion to table it?
I make a motion that we table the cameras for the Sooner Wireless agenda item.
I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, here's a biggie. Item number 7, discuss nuisance properties. And I haven't talked to you or Mark. We've had so much other stuff going on. Has Mark Anderson sent out any, have y'all cited anybody on any properties? But he did send the letters out, right? And the letters ain't doing no good, right?
I know he sent at least one, because that's about that I only know of specifically one.
Yeah, but me and Mark went over on the list. Mark Smith and I went over on the list.
Yes,
There
but I've
was-
only seen one letter.
Only know of one letter that was sent out, and it has not done anything yet, but that property is in somebody else's name. It is deceased.
Right. I know the one you're talking about.
They have been hauling stuff out of there. I've seen 2 pickup loads go out of there after hours. They know what time you go home, and it's good that they're hauling that stuff out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't wanna bash nobody, but, we're gonna have to, get strict on this. I know everybody's tired of looking at it, everywhere. We talk about this every month. Is Mark Anderson gonna be here today? I
He
mean,
should,
I know he's
but
on the
he's
bus.
probably on some bus.
Okay. You got any suggestions for solutions, or,
I made that one.
I mean, I know we got the 3 options, and then me and you talked about maybe, me and Mark Smith talked about maybe getting is it gonna cost town money? Yeah, but getting a couple of roll-offs and saying, hey, this is gonna be the day these are gonna be here. I know Chick-fil-A was doing it 2 weeks ago, not comparing that with Chick-fil-A, we're not as big as Chick-fil-A, but me and Mark Smith thought that if we did that for say a month, see how it goes, that might be an incentive. The people that don't live in the existing houses, are you gonna get any action? Probably not. But the people with existing houses, with everything around it, you might get.
I don't think you're gonna have to give them a warning and give them a timeline, they're not gonna clean the property. Just because there's a trash dumpster sitting here, they're not gonna do it. I mean, some might, and that would be nice, but I think it's gonna have to issue the warnings, issue the citations, I mean, I don't know, it's not gonna just get better by itself, I wish
No.
it to be better. I'm not sure about how to handle if the owners are deceased, I'm not sure exactly how to go about that, but I think they still need to exist, the warnings and the citations still need to be written.
And then you got people that don't acknowledge a letter, even if they receive it. You know what I'm saying? We've discussed it. Me and Mark Smith racked our brain on this, and along with Mark Anderson. I want it just like y'all do, I want it to get better. I want it to get good, not just better.
I have a suggestion, and I don't know what brings small communities to do this. They hire, is there a third party that you can get? There are third parties. And Okeen, I know, has done that. They bring an outsider in that no one knows.
Code enforcement officer, I would love to do that if we had the funds to do
Yeah.
that, but I don't know if we have that.
Can you do that sparingly?
I don't know if you could just,
1 month
I guess
a
you just have
year?
to find someone
And
that'd be willing to come.
And let somebody else be the ass, if you will, because no one
Right.
knows them, but they might hurt your friends too. But if you.
It is what it is.
But that might be an
I mean-
option. You hire a third party, and no, there's companies that do that, and they just come in and go down the street, and if you have cars and trash, you get a ticket. Or they have maybe a different way of taking care of it than we will.
They just issue the citations that we're not
Yes.
issuing.
And
That's
so,
basically what they do.
they
And they
would-
don't know anybody, so they don't.
yes,
They're
yes,
not
and
able to pull the
that,
cards.
yes, that might be an option. Maybe you could contract with somebody for 2 months out of the year.
It is an option, I don't know that we've actually discussed that, I just don't know.
And I don't know what they would
What the
charge you.
No, but I appreciate the input.
I mean, you might be able to get somebody from Rush Springs to come here and
Yeah.
walk through, or,
Well, there are code enforcement officers that work for multiple cities, they just go once
Yeah.
a month or once every 2 weeks to.
And maybe you wouldn't have to do it once a month, maybe you could do it once a year. If we did it once a year, we'd be way off better than what we are today. Option, just an option, just throwing that out there.
And as far as, well, I like that option, as far as the friend, you know, I've upset friends in the past, we got to separate business from friendship, and this is a business as far as I'm concerned. You either like it or you don't.
Maybe that's an option that you could try, and if you didn't like it, don't go back.
Right. I don't personally know, I've never dealt with anything like that. I'm asking you, do you know anybody that does that? I mean, we can check into it, and I'd like to check into that ASAP. My mind went blank. Enforcement,
Code enforcement
code
officer.
enforcement. Okay, I think me and you and Mark need to get on this pretty quick. We'll discuss this and, see if we can't find a third party. So, I make the motion that we table the nuisance properties until further review of options.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Item number 8. Make the motion to go into executive session at 4:37 p.m. Make the motion that we come out of executive session at 5:28.
There's no action taken during executive session.
Item number 9.
Wait, I need a second too.
I second.
No.
All
I second.
in, yeah. I'm hot.
Aye.
Okay, aye. Item number 9, new business. Anybody have any new business? Item number 10, old business. Amber,
I don't have any other business.
citizens? Item number 11, I make a motion we adjourn at 5:29 p.m.
I second.
Okay. This will be short and sweet, I hope. 5:29, I call the agenda for the regular meeting of the Town of Elliott Municipal Authority to order. John Williams, President.
Amber Odie, present.
Item number 3, approve minutes and purchase orders. I make the motion that we approve minutes and purchase orders.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Water report from Mark Anderson.
Alright. For the month of March, we used 1,379,200 gallons of water for a daily average of 44,490 gallons. Last March, we used 1,123,400 gallons for a daily average of 36,238 gallons. For the month, we billed for 38,200 gallons of bulk water for $3,820. And the county used 37,900 gallons of water.
Multiple individuals have had leaks over the last couple of months, but I believe most of those, there might be one or two that are still leaking away, but most of them I think have gotten fixed. The sinkhole between H and G was investigated by digging a 12 by 12 foot hole at the site. No sign of moisture or disturbance underground were located. It was determined to be settling of the ground above what appeared to be an old trash pit instead of a sewer line that was originally thought.
With that being said, I haven't drove by there today, I've been busy. Richard's gonna cut that bill down.
It's what he said, and he also said he was gonna bring his dump truck and straighten it up tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, good before the rain. Well, I say good, depends on how hard it rains. Okay. He was cutting it to 5.
That's what he discussed with me on the phone, but I haven't
Okay.
seen an invoice yet.
Okay. Item number 4, the cameras from Singer Wireless, we are tabling that till May's meeting.
Motion.
I make, okay.
Make a motion that we table the cameras from Sooner Wireless agenda item until the next meeting.
I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 6, discuss, the nuisance properties. Mark Anderson, you're here. Me and you and Mark Smith's gonna get together. Jim did have a very good idea about bringing in maybe a third party. We discussed it.
With the dumpster, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
to,
No, a third party, code enforcement officer that
Oh.
can come in and issue the citations,
Well,
to
write the citations,
write citations and,
or identify the properties and write citations.
but I said in the last meeting, we've talked and talked and talked. We gotta do something, whether it hurts somebody's feelings or not. So I make the motion that we table the nuisance nuisance properties until the May meeting.
Amber.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item number 7. This is gonna be short. I make the motion that we go into executive session at 5:34 p.m. Dalton Gregory is not here. Mark Anderson. Make a motion we come out of, executive session at 5:53 p.m.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 8, new business. Anybody? Item number 9, old business. Anybody? Item number 10, I make the motion at 5:53 that we adjourn out of the AMA meeting.
I'll second that.
And thank you all.